right, good morning, South Texas. Hope your day is going well. Hit the wrong button there. As we start off our day, we're dealing with a lot of rain out there, a lot of scattered showers and thunderstorms. I see some people saying, like Henry, guessing more rain. And yeah, the answer is more rain in the forecast. Thankfully, you know, as we make our way throughout this next week, we're not going to have as much rain as what we had today. Today was the big catch for rainfall. So still going to have more rain, but not as wild as what we've had this morning. We've had some pretty heavy downpours. There's some flash flood warnings that were issued. We're going to talk all about that here in just a moment. Grace says rain. I love it. She's been enjoying the rain. Javier says it feels a lot cooler, though, so that's the good news. Yeah, rain can be very beneficial, especially for our area where sometimes we'll go through long stretches without it. So this year has been pretty beneficial overall. But remember, 2019 and 2020 were very, very dry. Both the years brought more than 10 inches beyond average on rainfall, so we've needed this rain. Now, of course, when rain spikes, that means the aquifer goes up, but also molds end up spiking as well. Very heavy amounts of mold in the air for today. Don't expect that to change as we head throughout the next few days either. Here's a look at the time lapse from yesterday afternoon through all the way throughout the overnight hours from our Calaveras Lake camera. Take a look at how beautiful it is. There's those thunderstorms that occurred overnight. Here comes the rain passing through. This time lapse can sometimes reveal some really just beautiful scenes as we had that heavy rainfall move through last night. Of course, it did cause a little bit of flash flooding. We're going to talk about that here in just a moment, but a lot of heavy rainfall, and here's where we are at pretty much right now with a little bit of shower activity still lingering on out there. Looking out from some of our cameras, you can see the shower activity from the San Antonio airport, seeing a little bit of blue sky trying to peek out there. You see it out from Calaveras Lake, and you see it out from a lot of our cameras there. Here's where we have the current flash flood warnings. You see one in Kendall County into Comal, and then stretching down towards portions of northern Bexar County. We also have one for the Canyon Lake area. That's where we had a lot of heavy rainfall, but you see in a lot of these spots, rainfall rates have really gone down, and that will continue here as we head into the next couple of hours. Denise says, love the rain. I agree, too. Good morning, rain. Oh my goodness, the mold. A lot of people commenting on how big the mold is. Yeah, it's pretty messy right now. Will it clear this afternoon? I have a trip to Corpus tomorrow morning. Nora is wanting to know, and the answer is it will be clearer. It won't be as stormy. We will still have some rain, but it definitely won't be as messy as what we had this morning. So Nora, you should be able to get to Corpus Christi fairly easily, but don't be surprised if you encounter some showers. So far, I got 1.5 inches at my place, Mike is saying. That's a good amount of rainfall. Yeah, it's been really heavy at times, especially there on the northwest side and stretching into Kendall and Comal County. That's where we've had some of the heavier amounts of rain. See some of that heavy rain still occurring across parts of our region. A wider look at the state of Texas shows that it's not just us. Other parts of Texas also dealing with some of the showers and storms, even stretching all the way up through San Angelo and closer on towards Abilene. They are still dealing with some of that rainfall. So let me back it up. Let's talk a little bit about the amount of rain that we've seen here as we've made our way throughout the this morning hours. We've had a good amount of rain at times, and it's also, again, led to a little bit of flash flooding. So let's go ahead and see the amount of rain we've had occur over the last 12 hours. Putting a bullseye up here near Canyon Lake, kind of just upstream along the Guadalupe. We have had the river go up a little bit, but no flood issues right now along the Guadalupe there north of Canyon Lake. But the river has gone up a bit. 8.6 inches of rainfall just in the last 12 hours. That is a ton of rain. So that's where they've had that flash flood warning that was issued for good reason, because they had a ton of rain through there. Charity is wanting to know about rain chances for Leon Valley this evening. We do have some rain chances in Charity for this evening in Leon Valley. It is possible that you could encounter a few showers and storms. I do not expect as heavy of rainfall as what we had in Leon Valley this morning, though. By the way, speaking of Leon Valley, let's look closer to there. 1.3 inches of rain in the last 12 hours, 2.6 when you look into northwest Bexar County, and closer on to Bernie, about 2.3. Look off to the west, too, though. They've had a lot of rain in parts of Uvalde County. They're along Highway 90 between Uvalde and Hondo. 4.5 inches of rain in just the last 12 hours rather, and 5 inches of rain closer on towards Medina, Texas, which is located not in Medina County, but Bandera County. Now, here's something really good. I'm going to circle this area real quick. This is where the the rain needs to fall in order to fill up Medina Lake. Medina Lake is only at 34.5% full. So that amount of rain falling in that portion of Bandera County could be very beneficial in helping to lift up Medina Lake just a little bit. We'll have to see how high it gets over the next couple of days. I don't expect it to be extremely significant, but I know the residents there along Medina Lake are hoping that the water can at least come up a bit. Becky says, everyone be safe out there. Is coming home from an appointment and saw an accident right in front of Stone Oak Methodist Hospital at the traffic light. Yeah. The roads can be a little bit messy right now, so please be careful. Matt is saying we're at Medina Lake. Will it be a washout? The answer is no. We are going to get a break this afternoon, but if you are planning to take the boat out on the lake, remember, whenever the river gets higher flow rates, sometimes it can free up logs and branches along the edges of the river, and that will, of course, end up in the lake. So please be on the lookout if you're headed out on the lake for any debris. Be safe. Practice boat safety if you will be out there on the lake, Matt. Just hopefully this rain also helps to fill up Medina Lake a little bit. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit more about the forecast. Again, we're dealing with some of the rain. The rain, thankfully, though, keeps our temperatures a little bit cooler. It is still a little warmer down towards George West, Beeville, Victoria, Port Lavaca, Hallettsville, spots where it hasn't been raining as much or not raining at all. Look at where it has rained, though. Bernie at 70, 73 in San Antonio, 73 in Seguin, 74 in Floresville, and then some 70s for the Hill Country. As we move into this afternoon, as promised, Matt, notice that we have lower chances for rain. I still think we see a few showers on the radar here at 4 p.m., but still expecting it to be much quieter than this morning. We already see that happening on the radar. We see things quieting down. So should be pretty good conditions out there. But then we will have another round of showers and storms later tonight. Watch what happens here. This is going to be from the front itself. We've been talking about how the cooler weather was going to be from a cold front. Really cooler front. It's not really going to be much of a cold front. It's early August in South Texas. Come on, it's not going to get that cool from a cold front, but it will be a nice relief compared to what we typically have this time of year. Notice this little band of showers and storms is a broken band. It's not going to be constant rain, but off and on showers and storms could be possible there by 8 p.m. on Monday as this broken band of showers comes through, or tonight rather, and then it will move down to the south and kind of wash out. I see thinking of going to Bernie Lake later today. Will the weather clear, or should I hold off for today? You should go ahead and head out there. It's not going to be the most beautiful day. There's going to be a lot of cloud cover, maybe an off and on shower, but it won't be a washout, and it should be good weather for it. It was pouring in Bulverde. Anything severe expected this week? And the answer is not expecting any big outbreaks. Maybe a strong storm here and there, but not expecting any serious issues with severe weather, so should not be much of an issue. Javier says a not as hot front. Exactly. Heather wants to know, will there be any rain for the Cuero area? And the answer is yes. So this amount of shower activity will start to move down to the south as we head into tomorrow. And Cuero, I think, should cash in on some showers tomorrow morning. They're closer on towards 7 a.m. You see the shower activity, how close it will be to you. And including for tomorrow afternoon, too. I think we could have some shower and storm activity closer on towards Cuero. So continuing through the timeline, we head throughout the day on Tuesday. I think we still have some off and on showers in the afternoon for the coastal plains. I just mentioned that for Cuero. Even though future clouds and radar, this one weather model not really picking up much on it, I think we could still have some off and on showers and storms in the coastal plains for areas like Cuero as we head through Tuesday afternoon, and we have that in the 7-day forecast. Moving into Wednesday, notice still some shower activity. Now I want to make note of this. Notice the showers and storms occurring down here to our south. These could very well end up occurring a little bit further off to the north. So it all depends on where everything kind of sets up at weather-wise. But there is the possibility these could be a little bit further north and closer on to the Highway 90 corridor. We'll have to watch that closely for Wednesday. We do have rain chances in the forecast on Wednesday because we think that could be possible. So showers and storms on Wednesday could be possible still. And then guess what? We do it all again on Thursday. So you may be saying, what's going on? We were just hot and dry I thought our weather pattern was about to switch. Well, it did switch for a few days there, but now it's starting to switch back. This area of high pressure that has been set up over the southwestern portion of the United States has just kind of moved over in our direction for a short period of time, and that's the typical summer setup for here. Hot and dry, because high pressure sits right over Texas typically this time of year. But with it being just off to our west, that opens up the possibility for things like middle of summer cold fronts, like what we have for today. Some weird setups for this time of year, basically. So that high pressure continues to stay shifted off to the west here the next few days, and then it will start to kind of creep back our way as we head into the weekend. And with that happening, it won't be really established over us, but with that happening, you're going to see the rain chances really taper in the 7-day forecast and a little bit of a movement in the temperatures. You'll see that here in just a moment. As far as the amount of rain we see over the next 7 days, much of it has already fallen, will continue to fall over the next couple of days, but once we head into the end of the week, the weekend, remember high pressure starts to have more of an impact, not as much rain. So much of this rain falls the next few days. 1/2 inch to 1.5 inches across the region expected for most of us. Some of us, though, could see a little less. That, of course, will just continue to push back the drought. Drought in Texas, not much of an issue anymore, just a little bit of areas in a moderate drought, mainly Big Bend National Park, but they've benefited on some rain too, and we should see their drought situation improve as well. 665.6 feet is where the aquifer is at. It is down a little bit over the last 24 hours, but that is going to change as all this water seeps into the ground, recharges the aquifer, and we are going to see this go up as we head throughout the next couple of days rather than go down. Now, right now, from the National Weather Service, the numbers that have come in are only at 0.02 of an inch for August. That's all that we've had come in so far for today. But I've been checking the rain gauge data out there at the airport, and I can tell you that we have now received much more than 0.02 of an inch. So it may say 22.01 for the year, and not much so far for August, but we'll end up finishing up today with more than 1/4 inch of rain out at the airport. Some spots in South Texas, of course, have received a ton more. Even some parts of Bexar County have received closer on to 2 inches. But, of course, if it doesn't fall at the airport, then it's not going to give us those exact numbers. But I understand that some of y'all's backyards, you may be saying, I know we received more than 1/4 inch. So don't worry, I completely understand that. But again, if it doesn't fall at the airport, then that's not the number that we can count for the San Antonio. That's the official site for San Antonio. July temperatures, we only had one day that was above average. The rest of the month was below average. That was not bad, and that was thanks to all the rain. So big thanks to the rain there on that to keep us a little bit cooler. We, so far in 2021, according to the latest numbers from the National Weather Service, showing that we're at 22.01 for the year. In 2019, for the whole year of 2019, we only had 22.02. So if we get 1/100th of an inch more, which we already know we got, we just have to wait for the official numbers to come in, we have had more rain than all of 2019. So we can pretty much go ahead and call it as being done. 2019 and 2020, we've already had more rain than both of those years, not combined, but both of those years just in 2021 so far. Now remember, the last time we had an above average year was 2018. We've needed this, so it's nice to have some more rainfall so we can get closer on to average for this year. Here's your 7-day forecast. I mentioned this earlier. Our rain chances are going to taper as we head into the end of the week and into the weekend. Temperatures go up. That's from that high pressure getting closer on to us and trying to become a little bit more established for our region. Rain chances staying up from Monday through Thursday, and then they just kind of diminish there as we head into the end of the week and into the weekend. Of course, it will be hotter, but you get the drier weather where you want to see it over the weekend. A lot of us may have to go ahead and cut the grass in our yards again just because of all this rainfall kind of helping the vegetation grow up a little bit more. But yeah, going to be hotter as we head into the weekend, possibly closer on toward average for this time of year, but a majority of this week will be bringing below average conditions. But what about beyond the 7-day forecast? As we head into the end of the 7-day forecast, we start to see the hotter conditions. We start to see the drier conditions. Well, it looks like that will carry on into the middle of August. The 8 to 14-day outlook showing that we'll have below average rainfall and then around average temperatures. The average for this time of the year is 97 degrees for mid-August, so it is going to be hot out there. This is typically our hottest time of the year. We're getting a little bit of a relief in it this week, but as we head into the middle of the month, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to shake it as easily. As far as the Texas Gulf Coast forecast is concerned for this weekend, if you're headed down to the coast, looking like it'll be better conditions. Great weather for those who want to head down and enjoy the coast after a rainy week here in South Texas. We'll have drier weather and for the weekend, and it will be drier weather for the coast as well. For the next 3 days across the Lone Star State, you see some areas will be dealing with a little bit of shower and thunderstorm activity. Temperatures in the 80s to 90s. This cold front bringing cooler weather, not just for us, but for much of our neighbors as well across the state. Should be pretty beneficial to get a little bit of a cool down for all of us, right, as we head throughout these next 3 days. And then finally, your Texas State Park forecast for tomorrow, showing 80s and 90s for highs. Drink plenty of water, and know that we'll have the chance for a little bit of shower activity here and there. So make sure that you keep an eye on the radar if you will be out exploring some of our beautiful Texas state parks. So I see a few questions or some responses. Leah's saying 5 inches in my yard in Seguin. Yeah, we had a lot of heavy rain in Seguin. Let's see here. I don't see any other questions coming in. I'm scrolling through. Will Comal County get more rain or storms? Tristan, the answer is yes. Tonight we could see a few more showers and storms move through, but nothing like what you had earlier. Tristan, y'all had a ton of rain in parts of Comal County, especially in the Canyon Lake area and north or upstream rather of Canyon Lake along the Guadalupe. They had a ton of rainfall, but I don't expect as much. Kelly wants to know about the Blanco area. Not as much rain this afternoon, but still a little bit of shower activity possible this evening. There is the possibility that the broken line of showers and storms could miss out on where your house is, but you have that possibility, remember, as we head into the latter part of this afternoon and into tonight. So I hope you can all have a wonderful day. And get out there and enjoy it. I see that Brad's saying a quarter, 200ths. How is a quarter far higher? No, dude, Brad. I was saying that some people had 2 inches, not 200ths. I've said that we've picked up 200ths of an inch here in San Antonio, but I know that we've had more likely as a quarter now, and I know that some people have had far higher amounts, like 2 inches, not 200ths of an inch. Some people have had 2 inches. That's what I said. So sorry if there was some confusion there. But yes, more rainfall is possible, and some people did pick up a ton more rain, like 2 inches in parts of Bexar County, more than just a quarter, like what they saw at the airport. And we'll continue to see those numbers, of course, go up here as we head throughout the next couple of hours here, and then more rain possible tonight. So your 7-day forecast showing again that we have more rain over the next few days, some drier weather in for the end of the week and into the weekend. I hope you can all have a wonderful day across South Texas. We'll continue to keep everybody updated right here at KENS 5. Don't forget that we can keep you updated on Facebook, YouTube, the KENS 5 app. Make sure you have that downloaded, KENS5.com, and also keep track of us on KENS 5 on TV. I'm going to be filling in for Meteorologist Andrew Wilson at noon today, so be sure to tune in for updates there. And then Weather Chief Bill Taylor will be on at 4, 5, 6, and 10. Have a wonderful Monday.